Hey everybody, it's Steve Ladd with Horan Companies, insurance agency here in Baldwinsville, coming to you today with question number 96 in our series of 100 insurance questions in 100 days. And today's question is, what is coinsurance? So coinsurance, as it applies to your property insurance policy, means the following. If you have a coinsurance clause and it happens to say 100%, what that means is that the insurance company expects you to have your property insured at no less than 100% of its value at any one time. Not market value, replacement cost value in this example. So let's say you have a $100,000 piece of property, and that piece of property is insured at $90,000. But your policy says that you have a 100% coinsurance clause. That means that you are now 10% deficient in the amount of insurance you are expected to have or to carry on the building. Now, if it's a total loss, many people look at that and say, okay, well, that's no big deal. I'll take the $90,000. That's not a problem for me at all. Where the problem comes in is when there is a partial loss, because when there is a coinsurance clause within the policy, what happens is if you are 10% deficient in any coinsurance category, let's say, for example, if you have 90% of value insured when you should have 100%, let's say you have a $10,000 loss. Insurance company comes back and they say, okay, what's the coinsurance on this? 100%. Okay, how much of the full value of the property was the customer insured for? They say they were insured for 90% of the value. Okay, so any loss now is only going to be covered at 90% minus your deductible for the loss itself. So if you have a $10,000 loss, then only $9,000 of it's going to be covered minus whatever deductible you have. So if you have a $1,000 deductible, you're down to $8,000 in coverage as a result of the penalty given on the coinsurance. 80% is a coinsurance amount also that you'll see. A lot of times you'll see 80, 90, or 100. If you're at an 80% coinsurance clause, that means that as long as you are insured at least 80% to value for the entire property, any partial loss will still be covered at 100%. But if you slip down below that 80%, then you will start to see the reduction in your losses at that point. So be very careful about what that number is on your policy, because it can surprise a lot of business owners when they aren't expecting there to be a shortage on a partial loss. So be very clear, 100% coinsurance means that you have to be insured at 100% to value all the time. 80% means that you're going to be insured to at least 80%, but no less, and you can still have full coverage for all partial losses. So very important. Pay very close attention to that. Don't overlook that one. Ask questions if you're not 100% sure, and make sure you're understanding the answers and you're comfortable. So this is Steve Ladd with Horan Companies, and I will see you tomorrow.